Hi guys, Beacon Batch today. Now I'm doing this as a revisit because previously when I did this I filmed it on a rubbishy iPhone and it was sort of a bit of a joke video, but it's a really good walk. It's fantastic. It's about 3 to 4 hours depending on there are various ways of extending it and making it longer, but it's a really good walk if you've got a half day, or you want to take kids or sort of family and stuff. So the walk starts here at the Barrington Inn, which is on this road here. You can start from the village of Barrington, but I prefer to start in the Barrington Combe, which is the Gorge here. Alright, so then you turn back on yourself, go up this link lane through the Mendips Lodge Wood. Then at this stage, some people can go down here through Dolbury Warren, which is like a big sort of kind of field, and it's got like an Iron Age hill fort here. I Google imaged it. I don't know, it didn't really sort of do it for me, so I'm not going to bother doing that. But instead, what I'm going to do is walk here. If I pan out, this is Roborough Warren, which is like a big forest, which is quite cool. So I'm going to take this path here up to here, and then take this one right through the middle of the forest, which should be quite good. And then you come out of there, and that's all quite a big climb. Well, not a big climb, but it's steep uphill. And then you've got the Black Down, which is here, which is like kind of gorse covered hillside. And then you reach across there Beacon Batch Summit 325. So not mega high, but the views are just incredible, and that's why I'm doing it as a revisit, because the views are going to be good today with the weather, and it really is an excellent walk in terms of getting good views. So that's the summit. Come down off there to back to the main road where the car park is, and there's this house here. Swing around there, and you can go this way back through this limestone link that takes you back home, but I'm going to use this path here, which goes up to Barrington Ham, and effectively what that is a path that goes up all the way to the edge of the gorge here, and then from the edge of the gorge, it's not marked, but I believe there's a path that allows you to come back down to the Barrington Inn here. But I think you might have to just scramble the last bit through a few rocks, but otherwise your other option is to go here and then down into Barrington Village, and there's this little lane that connects here. So that's the plan. Hope you enjoy it. Weather's going to be great, so it's going to be a nice day. See you in a bit. Hi, so I'm here, about to start the walk. Walk starts at the Barrington Inn, which is over there. Let's zoom in on the badge. Barrington Inn, and I've used their car park, and they were very friendly. They said that as long as I get a drink when I come back, that I can park there for as long as I want, which is nice. Now this is the road that leads to Barrington Combe, not Barrington. Barrington Village is separate. This is Barrington Combe, which is the little gorge, and that's up that road. So to start the walk, you go from the pub and you walk down the hill, down the road, and you come off here, and you need to find Link Lane. Just for those who want to do the walk, I'll just show you where it is, because it's easily missed. And this goes to the Mendips Lodge Wood. So you go down this little kind of slip road, and just when you think you're going to walk into somebody's garden, it's here. Somebody's garden, the path. Okay. So it's a bit steep, this bit, so I'm just going to stop filming. And this is the link lane. This is the start of the walk. See you in a bit. So when you exit the lane, take a left and go uphill on the steep road. And look at this already, beautiful. This is all sort of Long Ashton-y sort of way, the far side of that. And beautiful view already, the River Severn. Lovely. The view's going to be amazing today. I can already see the Brecon Beacons in Wales from here, and I've walked about 5 minutes. So it's going to be really good views, and that's one of the main reasons of doing the walk. As I said when I was showing you the map, I'm doing it as a revisit because it was filmed previously on a rubbishy iPhone. And the Mendips have got quite a sort of close place to me because they're my local place for walking. And this is my favourite walk in the Mendips. Best views, highest point as well, highest point in the Mendips, so definitely worth doing. Right, this is where I wish I wore trousers, because this is the path that leads to Mendips Lodge Wood. For those who want to do the walk, you can get to the hill this way, and the path becomes fairly self-explanatory, but I like to go this way because I like a little bit of walk through the forest. Okay, right, I'm going to try and avoid getting stung. See you in a sec. Hello, Dr. Livingstone, I presume. It's all pretty overgrown here, like a jungle. I guess all the good weather we've had has really caused the trees to grow out. There's proper ancient woodland, this. They're all old-fashioned trees, you know, old English trees, until you get to the Roborough forest, and that's kind of non-deciduous trees, you know, they're like sort of German type ones, or wherever they're from, Scandinavia or whatever they're from, like fir trees. But my uncle said that that they had like witches' sabbaths and things around the woods around Barrington, which is slightly scary. I do sometimes feel a bit creeped out walking in these woods on my own, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Probably watch too many horror films. Somebody will find my camera, won't they? And it'll be like something from Blair Witch Project. Anyway, hopefully it's fairly safe around here. But yeah, slightly creepy. So I just got to go to the end of this path, and then I'll show you the next turning for those who want to do the walk. Well, this goes on for a little while. But this is the Mendips Lodge Wood. This is it. We're quite pretty. Nice and cool in here. Right, see you in the next bit. Okay, so just at the end of the track, you reach this weird sort of folly thing here. And then walk past it. And don't go straight on. Yeah, go left up this hill. Alright, so just a couple of little short sections just for navigation, purely for people who want to do the walk. This walk's really good because it's short. You can do it in about 3 hours. So, you know, later I've got to pick my daughter up from nursery. I'm just on a day off work. I took the car in this morning to the garage to have the brakes looked at. So did that in the morning, this in the afternoon, then be back in Bristol for 6 to get my daughter. So, you know, it's a half day. It's great. It's better than just sit doing nothing. So 3 hours, you can do it with families, you can do it with kids. It's really good. You know, take a partner maybe who's new to walking, and take a picnic or something, you know. Yeah, it's not technically difficult. You can do it in trainers if you need to. I've got boots today, but I'm just wearing them in because they're a new pair. I bought one stick, but just for a couple of steep sections, but don't need it. I'll just stow it away in my bag later on. Right, catch you on the next bit. Okay, so just come from there, you'll go until you see a sign that says straight ahead that says shooting in progress, do not enter, so don't obviously go up there. You take a right turn down a little path, only for a few seconds, and then you're here, come out. Okay, and that's one of the entrances into the Dolbury Warren. I'm not going in there, I'm going to turn up here. Now this is just one path all the way up to the top, but you can turn off at various moments to go and do the Dolbury Warren. I might turn off there just to increase the length of the walk and go through Roborough Forest, just to make it a bit more varied. But as I said, I'm not going to go as far as the hill fort, just because it's not really my thing. I Google imaged it, it didn't look that amazing. But if you're into like Iron Age hill forts, then sure, you know, go and knock yourself out. Right, bit of a steep section this, probably one of the steeper sections of the walk. And yeah, I'll catch you when we turn off. So you come through here, you will see a couple of turnings for the limestone link, Dalbury Warren on your right. You can go down there, but I've decided not to, because it's just like a big sort of field really. And then you got a sign for the Buckham Way. That's the sort of beer trail. It sounds fun, doesn't it? And you can go now. That straight ahead goes straight up to Blackdown, and then you cross Blackdown, getting to Beacon Batch. But I'm going to go down this one, and then I'm about halfway down. I'm going to cut uphill and then walk through the centre of the Roborough Forest, just purely to see what it's like. I think it's quite sort of got quite high sort of trees and quite tranquil in there, so I think it might be quite nice. Right, so hopefully I won't get lost, and I'll see you in a bit. This is what I was on about. Beautiful, isn't it? Sort of looks like a Scandinavian woodland. Less creepy than the previous one. Nice and open. Beautiful. And then, I mean, the weather today is gorgeous. Had such good weather so far this summer. Been brilliant, isn't it? Just coming up on the hill slightly. Oh cool, it's a bird of prey. There. Buzzard, I think, or something. Quite a large one. Lots of deer around here. It's a big deer forest. Probably see a couple. They're very timid though. What I was seeing here, there's loads of foxgloves lining the place. It's really pretty. Cool, so some nice wildlife. I'll carry on for a bit, and then we're going to choose the path that takes us bang right through the centre of the forest, and then towards the Blackdown. So yeah, I'll catch you on that bit. Very peaceful. Just on this bridleway, which I think is the main route through the centre of the forest. Looks like it, doesn't it? But it is a bit of a rabbit warren, this, literally. So I'm just going uphill and roughly in the right direction. You could take a bearing here, you know, if you wanted to. But I think looking at the map, it's mostly an all as long as you go uphill, it's kind of a all roads lead to Rome scenario. So nice though, very peaceful, nice and quiet. Quite rocky actually, but yeah, really nice. Old English trees. I haven't seen any deer yet. I'll try and video if I do see one, because I usually see one or two every time I come up here. Like big ones, big proper ones. Right, see you in a bit. Well, I've been at least 25 minutes, I think, continually walking up this hill. It seems to be never ending. So I hope I must be going in the right direction, because uphill is going towards the Blackdown and then the Beacon Batch, but yeah, it seems to be going on forever. I'm looking now for a path off to the left that will take me out, but can't see one at the moment. So I guess I've just got to keep persevering. But very nice and peaceful in here. But yeah, fancy getting out of here now. don't think my forest navigation is very good really, but then I don't really ever do them, so right, I'll hopefully see you in a bit. So towards the top of the hill I found my left hand path. Look at this, I was exactly on the right path, but hard to tell when you're in the middle of the forest. This I recognise because obviously I've been here before a few times. And that's it. So that all there is the edge of the Robbo Forest. And this is Black Down. Just going to open the gate. So just pass through the gate. And this is the nicest part of the walk. You just follow this sandy track uphill. More gentle incline. Most the sort of climb has been done. It's only like past 300 metres this, but it's enough to get a bit of a sweat on because you start from low down, and it's otherwise really enjoyable. The surrounding countryside is quite low, so you get a really good view from the top because you've just got all the Severn Valley and kind of Somerset levels. But you can see the Cotswolds, Brecon Beacons on a clear day. So yeah, the view's incredible. You can watch a planes landing in Bristol Airport as well. So that's the edge of the forest that I've just come through. Robbo, or however it's pronounced, I've no idea. EasyJet, I think, taking off there. Don't know if the camera picks it up. And already got views of the Severn Valley, or the Bristol Channel. Yeah, it's the correct term, I suppose. And that's Portishead down there. Portishead. You can see over into like Cardiff on a clear day. So yeah, nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this up for a bit, and about halfway, this is, as I said, the Black Down. Halfway across, I'm going to there's a nice little lunch spot. I'm going to stop and have a bite to eat. There's a really good viewpoint from there, so I'll see you then. So stop for a bit of lunch. Check out this for a lunch spot. It's one of the best views of the day. I'll just give you a panorama. So that's Dundry over there. Just up on that hill there, the little spikes, that's Dundry, and then you've got Bristol beyond that. Dundry's where you get the best view of Bristol, if you would want that, and then you've got Bristol Airport there, Lowell's Gate, and then behind that there it is, the old Severn Bridge, the kind of second Severn crossing. Don't know if I can pick up the new bridge, the M4 bridge. You can see it from here, but I think it's just tucked away behind that hill. Can't quite make that out. We got great view of the Brecon Beacons, so if I try and zoom in, that's over like where the Offers Dyke path is, and then you can see a lot of the different peaks. You can see Warnvak as well, and Pennygadir Vower from here. And if I turn down, I can't see two. Oh, there. Yeah. Ah, there it is. There, that's Cardiff, down there. Yeah, all of that is Cardiff Bay. You've got the obviously the Bristol Channel, Portishead, and then as you scroll across, you've got Clevedon there. That's all Clevedon. And then you've got Steepholm and Flatholm, like the Holme Islands, which should be able to... There's the Holme Islands in the Bristol Channel. And that's Flatholm actually, there. That's Flat Holm, hence the name, and that one's Steep Holm, hence the name. One final thing, I can see Pen y Fan summit really clearly from here. I'm going to try and zoom in. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up, but it's kind of, you got that white building there. There it is. I don't know if the camera zoom is any good, but you have to take my word for it. Just behind that is that's Pen y Fan. You can see it really clearly, so that's quite cool. Right, I have spike to eat. I've just put this wind layer on because despite the fact it's really sunny, the wind's up and the wind's really cold. You know, not complaining, it's fantastic, but it's just while you're sort of inactive. It's just, that's all I brought with me today, just a little wind blocker, and that's it. I've got a lighter wind blocker actually. I'm probably going to put that on instead. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. See you in a bit. So I'm about halfway across the Black Down, and the bracken has turned into like a thick gorse. Now I'm going over here, and you can see at last the cairn. Just bumped into that mountain biker. He's the only person I've seen all day, which is another advantage of doing this, because it's not, well, maybe because it's a weekday, got the day off work, but it might, you know, I don't think it's that popular, but nice that it's quiet. I can see Van Brahiniog as well actually now. Probably won't pick it up actually, it's a bit hazy, but somewhere over there. And then it's a great sea view right out into the Atlantic. Past there, lovely sea horizon, and Quantocks over in the distance there, Quantocks, and Somerset Levels, and then a bit of Cheddar Gorge, and then the Mendips TV mast, which featured as a sort of comical feature in one of my previous walks. There it is. So this is why I wanted to revisit this one, because I filmed it, as I said, last time on a rubbishy iPhone many years ago now. I think 3 or 4 years ago. It's one of my first YouTube walks, and I put on a comical Bristolian accent as well, just because the first video I ever did was purely meant to be a piss take, and then I realised that it was quite fun, and then I thought, well, why don't I do them a bit more seriously? I mean, I think you gather from my videos they're meant to just be a bit of fun, a bit silly, but yeah, I thought I'd make them a bit more serious than that one. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a revisit just because it really does do this walk justice, because it is really a good one. I really like it. Right, I'll see you on the trig point. Quite an impressive cairn here to mark the highest point in the Mendips. Batch 325. There you go. Wow, what a view. That is the best view of the day. Just do a customary summit panorama. Valley Lake, and all the Cotswold way over towards Bath. You can see both 7 crossings now. Down there somewhere. That's the wireless station, which goes over towards the Cheddar Gorge. If you want to do the Cheddar Gorge walk, have a look at my YouTube video from a while ago called Mendips Gorge to Gorge. That's a really good walk. That's Cheddar Gorge over there, down there where the forest is. Somerset Levels, Quantocks, and Bristol Channel going out into the Atlantic. Absolutely brilliant view. Sea view's incredible today. The camera doesn't pick up the sea view that well, unfortunately. I think it probably need a better quality one with a better zoom, but it really is good. And just picking up all the different summits in the Brecon Beacons is brilliant. Again, the camera doesn't pick them up, but with my eye I can see all of them. It's really good. Right, well, that was definitely worth it. It's an amazing view, and a lot of the surrounding area is very flat, so this is a funny concept that me and my dad thought about when we went to Las Vegas, and then years ago we hired a car and did a road trip for a week. I spent a night in Vegas, I think, 2 nights, I think, and then we went to like Bryce Canyon and Grand Canyon and Zion National Park and did some walking and hiking and stuff. And you drive through the desert there, you know, Nevada desert and things, and it is so flat for, you know, miles you can see. I think Nevada's probably the size, it's probably bigger than the UK, isn't it? And we had a concept of what was like a big sky. You know, you could see that the sky was enormous, and you know, when we're in our cities in the UK, there's always buildings or trees or whatever, and it obscures your view. But here, this is coming fairly close to it, because I mean, I call it a concept of this big sky. You can see like an enormous expanse of sky, you know, which you normally can't see. So it's not quite as it was in America, but it's very similar, and normally you don't get that amount of sort of clarity, so that's quite cool. That's bringing back some nice memories. Right, I'm going to get down and I follow this path here, which goes in the direction of Blagdon and Shoe Valley Lakes, down into the road, and then I'm going to climb up onto the top of Barrington Inn Gorge, which is, I think, called Barrington Ham. I haven't done that before, so that's something new. See you in a bit. It's quite pretty, this descent here, because you get a nice view of Blagdon Lake. That's all Blagdon. Nice for fishing there, if you're into that. You can hire a boat all day and go out into the lake. Shoe Valley Lake. Yeah, nice. So if you can see it, the descent path is down towards where that car park is there. And if you know, you're carrying a baby on your back or something, or want to cheat, you can just park there and walk up here in about 20 minutes. So it's pretty easy. But if you do it the way I did it, then I think it took me 2 hours to get to the top, and that was with videoing. So if you did it very quickly, like an hour, 90 minutes, probably about 90 minutes. Right, I'm going to get down there, and then I'm going to stop and consult the map about which way to go next. See you in a bit. Right, I've just come off the Beacon Batch. For those wanting to do the walk, I'm on the main path down towards a car park. Now there's like a hairpin turn to your left, which is that one, through the bracken, and that's a nice way to get back to Barrington Inn. I've done that a few times, and you cross a couple of rivers and sort of trees and stuff, so that is a straightforward path, goes all the way back to Barrington Inn. But I'm going this way, and I'll just show you, as I said, for purpose of people wanting to do the walk. I think this is going to be more interesting. I'm going to cross over the road, and the car park's clearly marked out on the OS map. There. Yeah, there. I'm going to go up onto Barrington Ham, this one, up to the top of Barrington Inn along the gorge edge. I'm going to go up to there, and there's a cliff face there, but I'm going to see if I can scramble down it. If not, I'm going to turn back along that middle path and go to Barrington Village, and then just swing round. It's like 10 minutes from there. So that's the plan. It's all a bit sort of barren around here, isn't it? Fine, yeah, so there's a gate that crosses over the road and gets to the car park. Right, I'll see you hopefully when I'm just getting up onto the top of the coombe. Catch you on the next bit. So turning the road, mega busy road, And it's that one you want to take, just up here. And this should go up, well, this is the path that goes all the way up to the cliff face at Barrington Inn, follows the gorge. So yeah, I'll catch you up on the top of the gorge, and hopefully there'll be some nice views. Cool. So this rocky outcrop, 189 metres, I think. Highest point within the coombe. Can't see a lot, mainly because of all the overgrowth. But that's the path. Follows. You come. That's where we've come from. That's the alternate path that joins it. Black down in the distance. And it follows this way toward. This goes towards the edge of the coombe. See you in a bit. So we've just come out of this bracken-filled wood, and I've got onto, I think, the edge of the path here, which should be the gorge edge. Oh wow, that's cool. Oh, just watch me foot in a sec. Wow. Where's the best place to view it? Probably here. Hang on a sec, I'm just going to hold on to that rock with my hand because there's a sheer drop down there. There's no way of getting down there because it's all bushes on the sheer rock face. Whoa. And that bit there is like a rock climb, isn't it? So I'll have to find an alternate route. There's the road down there. But lovely view, it's cool. Let's have a little wander around here. Oh. There appears to be a path sort of going in this direction, so I'm going to have a look, follow it for a bit, and see where it leads. Wondered if it was worth just having a little look here. Oh, I just had a stick nearly go into my testicles. I mean, I did say I didn't want to ever have any more kids, but I think that would be a bit extreme version of castration, wouldn't it? There you go. Yeah, I mean, that's all a rock climb, that's not scrambleable. And then down there, they're doing some, that's the climbing wall there, and down at the car park at the pub. So I'm almost there, actually. I'm almost there. Just going to go around this corner and see if I can get down somehow. Right, see you in a bit. Amazing view though, look at this. Here as well. All of the Severn Valley, nice. See you in a bit. So I followed this wooded path, and that's where I want to be, down there in the car park. That's the cliff edge there, the rock climbing wall. I think you could probably climb around that, but I have found this here. Instead of going on there, there's a little path here, there, going down. So I'm going to follow that and just see if it leads me to a position, because it's not on the OS map, this path. So I'm going to see if it leads me to a position where I can kind of scramble down. If not, then I'll have to turn around and go back, but let's see anyway. See you in a bit. Just on the cliff edge. Cool, isn't it? Farmers. So this looks like this path goes all the way down, actually. So yeah, in the end, fairly straightforward. In fact, that's where it goes, down there, and then you can just sort of skip down that last section. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I would really recommend doing that one. I think this whole route's taken me 4 hours, but there are shorter versions of the walk. You can exclude certain bits. But yeah, fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Great weather, great views, and just all round a good day. So hopefully catch you again, wherever that may be. See you next time.